Hi everyone, welcome back to another cake decorating video. Here I'm going to crumb coat a baby shower cake that is 2 tiers. So the first one I'm doing is an Earl Grey flavored cake with vanilla buttercream, and then we have a caramelized white chocolate ganache in the middle. So that's what I'm putting in there. And just a quick backstory. So I was actually making this baby shower cake for my friend, and I live in LA and I traveled to Cleveland, so packed all my cake decorating stuff in my suitcase and brought everything there, and now I'm decorating the cake at her aunt's house. I love her aunt and her uncle. They're just like so fun. They're so funny. So it was really fun decorating this cake there and talking. So if you see me talking or laughing or smiling, it's because I'm talking to her aunt. So that's the caramelized white chocolate ganache. It's so yummy. It's just white chocolate and it has like a, caramelized creamy taste to it. It's so delicious. So here I'm doing 4 layers to the cake. We're on the 3rd layer, and depending on the day, sometimes the crumb coat is super cute and sometimes it gets super messy. So you can see some of the sides coming out as I'm pressing down, but I wanted to just make sure there was like no air bubbles in the middle. So that's what we're doing. And now I see that the bow is in the way, but you still get the gist and you still get the point. And I make everything from scratch. So I came over the day before and did all the prep. So the cake layers, the buttercream, the ganache and everything, and her aunt is kind of in the frame. So yeah, but it's funny sometimes doing stuff in a kitchen that's not yours, because you have to kind of like get a feel for everything and see where everything is. But it was super nice doing this there. And yeah, I did a different design than I usually do, which is a palette knife cake. But yeah, I think I was getting some more supplies. But I'm also laughing at like all the little faces I was making, because I'm like, okay, I never realized like what my focus face looked like, and I really got to see it here. So here I'm just making sure everything is leveled. It's gonna be a 2-tier cake, so even if you're not doing 2 tiers, you want to make sure it's level, but especially if you're doing 2 tiers, because it's gonna look wonky or it's just not going to be stable. So I always have a leveler to make sure, and now I'm just doing the top, making sure that's smooth. I think I'm explaining to her some of the steps because she's asking me as I'm doing it. So I think there I'm like explaining something to her on why I'm doing it. So yeah, that was really fun. And funny short story, someone that knows I do cakes was telling me that their wife was doing their son's birthday cake, and it took her like 10 hours from prep to baking to stacking to decorating. And he was saying that like he never realized how long it really takes to decorate a cake. And I'm like, yeah, I think people think that like you just bake the cake and you put some frosting and it's done. There's levels and there's steps to it. So yeah, here is the top tier. So the first one was an 8-inch, so this one is a 6-inch, and we're gonna do 4 layers here. And the cake is lemon flavored, and then that is a lemon praline ganache. And I'm also doing a praline brittle that I made. So I made all that the night before. This one I just wanted to have a little bit more texture and crunch. So you have a lot of lemon flavor, but then that almond gives you a little subtle crunch in the middle. And this one is also vanilla buttercream. And I feel like it was a hit. I was also at the baby shower and everybody just loved it. And they also were surprised by Earl Grey. I think that's not a flavor that a lot of people, think about when they think about cakes, but it was super delish. And here I'm just doing this one. And this is where, like I said, sometimes it's cute, sometimes it's messy because some of the buttercream is coming out the side, but don't worry, it's all good. I actually don't mind when that happens, because then I just use that to like put on the side. So here I'm just making sure everything is leveled and then rinsing off my scraper to get that ready. And we're doing this crumb coat the same way. and getting through it. And I did put it at 5x speed, so obviously it took a little longer. And her aunt is in the frame again. I'm not even sure what she's doing now, but she's in the frame. So yeah, this one was a little bit faster, I think, because it was a little bit smaller, but I got through a little bit faster. But yeah, I don't know if anybody has questions, you want to know how I made any of the recipes, like the ganache, the praline, anything like that, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to make another video on that, or just tell you in the comments whatever your question is. So here I'm gonna do my final scrape just to make sure everything is smooth, and set it up to put in the fridge. But I actually got pretty tired by the time I got to like the last layer for each one, or I'm sorry, like the buttercream layer. So I did not record that. So this one is just a crumb coat video. So sorry about that. But sometimes, like, I realize now that recording yourself while you're doing it is a whole nother task. Because you have to start, stop, make sure. So yeah, I did not do that part. And I also made sure this level was perfectly straight, and I'm about to put in the fridge, and I think I just did one more, and here is the final product. Thanks for watching. Bye.